Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So I'm looking into my 20-gallon long aquarium, and some of the shrimp in here, the Neocaridina shrimp, are pretty friggin' awesome, I think. Like this one right here. What's awesome about them, I think, is they're glossy. Like this one, you know, it's like dark, brownish black as far as its color, but that shine, that glossy shine, is what makes it awesome. And there's several of them in here like that. Like this one right here does not have it. It's more red, so not the best red, but there's plain ones. There's a kind of like a blue really Riley, but there are quite a few. There's one that have that glossiness to it. A sponge filter there, I just moved that dark one back there. And I do have somewhere in here, there's one that's more red like that. I pointed out a couple months ago, I described it as a cooked lobster red color. Yeah, there it is on the rock back, or I think it just moved from the rock to the Anacharis. Is that it? Yeah. There it is. On the Anacharis back there. So that looks like what Aquatic Arts sells as red onyx. That was mentioned to me when I pointed that out a while ago. But yeah, they look pretty awesome. And speaking of Aquatic Arts, I have Rosy Loaches in here that I got from Aquatic Arts. That was the fish order I got a couple weeks ago. I haven't showed them since I moved them in here. And that to go along with the Guppies or Guppy Endler hybrids. So, Rosy Loach, Rosy Loach. But they are a fun fish. They are really active. But in here, with all these guppies, it's hard to actually really fully appreciate them. They're, you know, how active they are, because the guppies are all over the place. Kind of thinking at some point later I might separate them and keep them in a tank that does not have guppies like this. But all these guppies are Guppy Endler hybrids. This whole colony, this population started. I moved one pregnant female in here, and all these are their descendants, with the exception of these two, that yellow male and that, oh, not that, but one of the blue males. I think I just saw it. But yeah, and I have some platies in here, these Dalmatian platies. Haven't seen any fry from them, but the females are pretty big, and now that I've added this Java moss in here, I think it'll provide cover for them, so would expect to see some platy fry. That female is nice and pregnant right there. And then here is all the Anacharis. I actually just propagated another stem, so I started with 3 stems, and the plan is each time a stem reaches the surface, I'm clipping it in half and planting it in, and then letting it spread that way. So I started with 3, and that's where we are. And what I intend to do going forward is just kind of keep Anacharis to fill up this whole half, and let the Java moss spread over here. There's also Java fern Windalev. That's Cryptocorn Latia in the back. That's Anubias, or Anubias nana. Yeah. Right there, there's a glossy, shiny Neocaridina shrimp. Just that, yeah. Really liking that shine. I think what I ought to do also is try to separate some of these glossy, shiny ones to try to enhance that, and try to some selective shrimp breeding with those. And that in the bottom left corner is a Siamese algae eater. So along with the Rosy Loaches, when I got those from Aquatic Arts, I got Siamese algae eaters. They were really tiny. So I put a couple of them in here because there is blackbeard algae right on that Lopani wood and the sponge filter. And there's some on some of the Anacharis stems. Rosy Loach, that's a male. Can tell that's a male, having more color, kind of reddish pinkish. Yeah, they are a fun fish. First loaches of any kind that I've ever kept. And I like them because they're small. I prefer small fish. Yeah, this 20 long, this is just how it ended up. I never really had a real plan for this, and just kind of did random things with it, like with the Anacharis and putting the guppies in here, and the Rosy Loaches, threw in some shrimp. But I'm liking it. Alright, well that's it for now. And remember, I'm Jeff, and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.